Only one group dares to challenge this intergalactic threat, the Super Friends.
Hey everybody, Rez the Collector here with another action figure review. This is the second of two Marvel Select figures that I picked up. I've already done the review for the Thor figure. I've been holding off on doing Hulk here. I wanted to do some research because I want to take you guys on a little trip through time. First of all, this is the Marvel Select Barbarian Hulk, pimp-ass figure. Huge, very, very huge. Just to put him next to another figure I have coming up for review. This is the S3 Sculpt Brainiac by Mattel. So you can see how big the old Incredible Barbarian Hulk is. But, alright, now that we've seen that, we're going to jump in the way, way back machine. We're going to do a little time traveling. We're going to tell you about the time that the old Resonator here saw the Hulk in person. The year is 1983. So, a long, long time ago. The Resonator, he's about 5 years old. It's summer. And my father, who didn't really, see us very often, comes and tells us that he's going to take us to see the Hulk. The Hulk. My older brother, who's if I'm about 5, he's about 10, runs and puts on his Incredible Hulk t-shirt, and I remember this t-shirt very well. It was white, had green around the collar and the sleeves, had the Hulk on the front of the shirt. It was an awesome shirt. I believe I did inherit it at some point. But our father is taking us to see the Hulk. The Hulk. So we get in a car. I'm not going to pretend I was 5. I'm not going to pretend I remember the car ride or anything. We go to an arena of some type. Could have been, hell, could have been a gym at a high school for all I really know. I remember sitting on the bleachers. And I remember sitting there with my father and my brother. Now, some of you who are not a ignorant 5-year-old child probably realize what's coming next. They announce him. The Hulk. The Hulk. Me and my brother going wild. Yes, yes, Hulk, Hulk. Because we're expecting a giant green monster to run out and just pummel the shit out of somebody. Now, of course, that's not what happened. A big, tall, pale-ass white guy ran out. I'll never forget the disappointment. Never forget it. 5 years old, expecting to see the Incredible Hulk, giant monster, come to beat on these people. And I was terrified. I remember this. I was terrified, and I tried looking this up to make sure of the year. I'm pretty sure it was like 83, 84. The Iron Sheik had broken his arm. And he was there, and he was on the outside of the ring. And I remember being terrified, and I don't know why I was scared of this or how this thought got into my head. That this fucking dude was going to come sit by us. And this was the most terrifying fucking thing ever to me. Excuse my language. The terrors of a 5-year-old that some dude with a broken arm was going to come sit by him. Anyway, the disappointment of this tall, pale, pasty, white mother effer coming out when I was expecting to see the Incredible Hulk. It's terrible. And you know, I don't blame my father. My father's a full-blood. For any of you know, Rez is a shortening of my last name, Perez. My father doesn't even speak English anymore. He's been down in Havana so long. His English is gone. And, you know, I don't blame my father, because my brother and I were like, we're going to see the Hulk. And he's like, yeah, Bappo, the Hulk, yeah. So, you know, don't blame him. My mother, on the other hand, should have realized when my brother went and put on the t-shirt that we were expecting to see a fictional green monster beat on people. Brian, got that off my chest now. That's, you know, that's 30-some years, man, that's been on me, dude. 30-some years. Alright, the figure. This is, as I said, the Marvel Select Hulk, which is the mirror, I guess, of the DC Collectibles line, the line that's actually put out by Marvel. Let's just start at the head down, since we're already 6 minutes into this from my rambling childhood disappointments. Freaking awesome sculpt. Look at that face. That's a face that you want to see come out in a ring and pummel the Iron Sheik for thinking about sitting next to you with his weird broken arm. The skull thing here is removable. Don't know why you'd remove it, because it looks awesome on him. Doesn't look right in any other character. I took it off, put it on Superman when I had him beating Hulk into the ground, but didn't look right. Didn't look right. He's wearing a torn loincloth here. Now, in my examinations of the articulation, I did look under the loincloth, and thankfully there is no large green Hulk dong. There's just, you know, some undies. Articulation is identical to the Thor figure. We do have ball-jointed shoulders. We've got elbow and hand. We do have a ball-jointed head for the most part. Doesn't really go side to side much. I'm just going to swing this back so we can get a good look at that chest, dude. Look at that. Look at the muscles. Look at the veins. Freaking awesome. The back. I mean, this is just a sweet, sweet figure. And you got to have a Hulk in your collection. I don't care if you're a DC collector or if you're a Star Wars collector. If you're a G.I. Joe collector, you got to have a Hulk. Come on, it's Hulk. He does have waist articulation. The leg articulation, just like the Thor figure, is odd. You like rotate the leg, which extends it out. Then you rotate the knee, so that gives you the look that the leg is extending out. And then to get it back straight again, you rotate it back, rotate the knee again, click everything back into place, and then he's standing straight. So weird, weird articulation. Of course, he does have knee and he has ankle. But what I really want to focus on here is this sculpt. Just look at the toes, look at the veins, the muscle structure. This is just an extremely impressive figure. And I know that he can actually go for a decent amount online, which is why my local comic shop, which for the most part sucks big old donkey balls when it comes to finding cool stuff, actually had him for MSRP $24.99. And knowing how much he went for online, knowing that I didn't have a Hulk figure and really wanting this guy, I actually stopped in there to pick him up, and I actually picked up the Thor at the same time because I saw Thor and I was like, excuse me, I was like, damn, that Thor's awesome, I gotta have that too. But definitely, being a DC collector, I say this, if you have a chance to get this Hulk, get it, because I mean, it's a freaking just sweet, sweet figure. Me personally, I have an extremely small Marvel collection. I'll show you at the end of this video my like small Marvel / Disney area, which is basically Marvel and Star Wars. What I'm really going to do, I've got my Hall of Armor Iron Mans, and I have the Marvel Legends Captain America World War II figure, because I really love that cap costume. And I'm sure that there's a Marvel Select of it out there. But what I really want to do is get the big names of Marvel. I'm going to have one figure that represents all others. Like the best of the best for each representation of the big Marvel names. And to me, there's not a lot of big Marvel names. You know, you got basically your basic core Avengers. You know, you got Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, and Cap. And then in my mind, I mean, basically you've got like Spider-Man, Venom, Daredevil, and Doctor Strange. I'm not an X-Men guy. You know, I know that's pretty much sacrilege. I enjoyed the movies. I enjoyed the cartoon from like the early 90s. But for the most part, the X-Men can go for themselves, you know. But I mean, that's where I stand. That's me. You know, other DC collectors might not touch Marvel at all, and you know what? That's their decision. I want to have this small representation, this small group that represents all others. So there you go. We're going to take a real quick look at my small Marvel, Disney, basically Star Wars Marvel collection, just a sweep by, and of course we're going to do the guest table dancer. And let's do that real quick here. Just going to pan on over. Now, as you can see, our guest table dancer today is the new 52 Cyborg. And yes, he is busting out a sweet, sweet version of the robot. Mr. Roboto over there. That's pretty sweet. Alright, and then as we rise up and I bang the tripod on every single thing I can, we take a look at my small Marvel collection. As you can see, there's the Marvel Select Thor. There is the Hall of Armor, the Cap. We've got my Chewbacca signed by Peter Mayhew, the Black Series R2, a random Darth Vader, some pimp lightsabers, and other varied paraphernalia. You also have various Spider-Man climbing up my TV/monitor. As you can see, there's Black Spider-Man, Black Suit Spider-Man, and Venom, and Classic Spidey at both climbing up and the top. So there you have it, everybody. You can, of course, see the reflection of the sweet, sweet Superman cabinet there in the background. But this was my review of the Marvel Select Barbarian Hulk. He is big, he is badass, he is full of gamma radiation. This is Rez the Collector. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the time. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe, rate, comment, throw all that good stuff out there. Thank you for watching. Have a nice evening.